All right, we're on. Welcome back, YouTube. Thanks for coming back to the channel. For anyone who has not subscribed yet, please hit that subscription button and the notification bell. You'll know when a new video is coming out like this one. Hit a thumbs up if you like the video. It helps with all the YouTube algorithms and gets the channel noticed a little more. Also, this is anyone who's in law enforcement that's watching this and following me. I'm current or retired or left the job for another job, whatever. I'd love to hear your comments on this. I got a body cam video of a sergeant in Sunrise, Florida, choking out a female officer. So this is going to be interesting for you guys. This happened in November of last year, 2021, November 19th. This sergeant, his name is Christopher Pullease. He's 47 years old, 21-year veteran. He got time on the job. I'm going to let you guys watch the video. I'm also going to give you guys the body cams. I'm also going to give you my opinion, and I want to hear your opinions on both the sergeant and the female officer. If you guys think who crossed the line more or who didn't cross the line, or how you would have handled it a little differently, I would love to hear that. And everyone who follows the channel who's just a civilian, what do you think of the situation? So there's an arrest of a violent felon, and you'll see in the body cam footage, he's a little argumentative. He's not really complying completely. They already have him in handcuffs by the time the video starts, the body cam, and they're trying to get him to the car. He's being a little not really combative. I don't want to say combative because he's already in cuffs, but he was not going along. He was not completely complying. So officers are trying to get him into one of the cars in back of the RMP, and they get him into a car, and then the sergeant comes, this Sergeant Pullease. He comes over and he starts raging at the suspect. I mean, we don't really know what the suspect did, just that he was arrested for a violent felony, and that he was, not really complying all the way. He was being a little aggressive towards the officers, resisting arrest a little, once the cuffs are on, whatever they call it. My mind went blank. Sorry, non-violent, resisting. So, but he might have been, more resistance before the physical resistance. So he's in the car. I think he still has one foot out. Sergeant comes raging up and sort of pushes the other officer aside, or just moves him aside. Starts yelling at the suspect in the back of the car. A lot of expletives, and says basically, and this has happened plenty of times. I don't really think this is crossing the line. He takes out his mace and says he's going to mace the guy for being, non-compliant. I don't think he ends up that there's a charge also for that. He gets charged with that for threatening the suspect with mace. I think that's going a little over the top. But what happens is, while he's raging and yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs at the suspect, female officer comes up from behind him. And now we know from the George Floyd incident that the other officers were all charged for not taking what's his name, Derek Chauvin, I believe his name was, off of George Floyd. They all got charged for not intervening. So this female officer comes running up behind the sergeant and grabs his gun belt and starts dragging him away. Now, I can maybe see her going verbally, "Hey, Sarge, that's enough. He's in the car. He's cuffed. Let's go." Grabbing his gun belt, I really think is crossing the line. The sergeant reacts even more over the line. I mean, I talked about it one of the last couple of videos with Officer Casson from Jersey, where level of escalation. You do this, I do this. You do this, I do this. So, but this is a fellow officer who grabbed his gun belt. So him being a sergeant, I could see him maybe giving her a discipline, for something like that, administrative discipline. What he does is turns around and he grabs her by the throat and he starts raging at her. Obviously, he crossed the line. I mean, there's no excuse for that. He went up the escalation ladder a little bit quickly. He could have handled it a lot different, but I could see in the heat of the moment him doing that. I had a hot temper out there too. I grabbed a couple of suspects by the throat and I took them down to the ground by the throat. It's pretty much the easiest way to get control of somebody. Obviously, I didn't go beyond that and choke them to death, or even physically injure them. You take them down by the throat and then you flip them over and cuff them. So, but I could see where he was in the heat of the moment. He grabbed her and he crossed the line. So he's in some trouble for that. This past week, he was arrested for battery and assault on a law enforcement officer. He got arrested for threatening the suspect with mace. He's facing over 5 years, 6 years for these charges. He's already on administrative leave. Don't know if it's with pay or without pay. Not good, not a good situation. This is, again, Sunrise, Florida, another Florida situation. Maybe it's the heat, man. People lose control with the heat. This is one of the mugs for sale. Link is down below in this description. A couple of people have asked me about that shirt also. So let me hear from you guys. Tell me what you think, how you would have handled it, and which officer could have handled it better. I definitely think they both could have handled it a little better. And we'll see where this goes. I mean, I think this guy's going to, well, being here is 21 years. I don't know what the retirement situation. For me, it was 20 years. You could get out and retire at 20. And I think you could even vest out at 15, retire clean, and then not get paid for another 5 years. And then when your 20th anniversary, you would have started getting paid. So I don't know what the situation is with Florida. He probably should have retired smartly. He probably should have retired already and protected his pension. I don't know if he did. Probably not, because they only say in the articles that I read that he is on administrative leave. So, and now he's facing a bunch of felony charges and facing jail time. So I'm going to play the video for you guys. I have a lot of Q&As I got to get to. I'm not going to get to it on this video. I will go through them and get to it on the next video. I apologize. I know you guys have been asking me to answer your Q&As. So enjoy the video and leave me some comments, and let's get into a discussion on how this was handled back and forth, and maybe we'll follow it up with the next video. Any of you law enforcement guys want to come on and talk about it in the next video, I'll be glad to talk about it with you. And I think we're probably going to be in agreement, but you never know. Maybe guys don't agree with what I'm saying and have their own opinion on it. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe, please, if you have not subscribed. See you guys on the next video. Thanks so much for coming by.
On my wrist, I can't move. Let go. Somebody get in the car. All right, get in the car.
No, he doesn't want in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. All right, I'm getting in. Get your feet in. What's up? Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You want to play games? You're playing with the wrong mother.
What you gotta do, man? You gonna mace me?
Look at me, mother. You want to play games? You ever get disrespectful with my officers? I will remove your soul from your body.
Do it, man. Do what you gotta do.
Don't ever touch me again.
Sir.
Get the off me.
Sir. Just let it be.
We clear?
Yes, sir.
And I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Can you stop pulling the handcuffs to my wrist?
Hold it
Like I'm running somewhere. I'm right here.
Liz, can you stop pulling the handcuffs on my wrist? God, you don't listen. You're not stronger than me, Liz. I'm letting you know that.
All right, let's go. We're going to take a seat.
Watch your head getting into the car.
Liz, can you stop pulling the
Just
cuffs?
get in the car and you'll be fine.
Get in the car. Get in the car.
Pulling the cuffs
on my wrist. Once you get in the car, she'll let go.
So what you said it's woman?
So just get in the car.
She's gonna break my wrist.
All right, just get in the car.
You gotta just tell her to stop.
Okay, get in the car.
Get in the car.
Just get in the car.
All right, I'm getting in. Get your feet in. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You wanna play games? You play with the wrong motherfucker. You gonna mace me, mace me. You wanna play games? You never get disrespectful with my officer. Fall from your power. Do what you gotta do.
No. Just let it be.
I don't understand that.
You clear?
Yes, sir. That, please.
And I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Like, so, what? I don't know what